Hey, how's it going? It's your last night? Just checking. Yeah. Are you upstate? Okay. Yeah. If you could just give my VP an acknowledgement.
Don't have a mic holder?
I have no idea.
How you not
I have no clue.
Just give their chance. They don't have a mic. All right,
We're gonna start 1 minute. 1 minute.
Where's
Mic holder.
I mean, a mic stand.
Okay, if you're here for the rally, you can get up this weekend.
What's up, good man?
So if they don't have any audio, then this is just B-roll purposes. You hear me? We just do your cutaways with B-roll, and then I'll grab one or two people on the side. Put on the floor. It's like 70 doing it, then
How's everybody else?
there's going to be no nuts. I mean,
Call, not even a text. Solamente volteé la cámara. You should be at least.
So we're going to practice a few chants that we're going to repeat during the press conference. Vamos a repetir algunos cantos bien simple que vamos a repetir durante la conferencia de prensa. ¿Okay? Uno, ¿quién tiene la hojita de los cantos por ahí? ¿No? Si alguno lo tienen, tómenla por ahí. Pero primero dice, we ride, we fight, we deserve our right. We ride, we fight, we deserve our right. Y el segundo, eso para que practiquemos inglés, y este practicamos español. Dice, basta ya de represión,
Basta ya de represión.
Queremos solución.
Queremos solución.
Basta ya de represión.
Basta ya de represión.
Queremos solución.
Queremos solución.
We still have a few people just entering, a group of delivery workers. We're going to start in 1 minute. Vamos a empezar en 1 minuto, están entrando los compañeros recién aquí. Así que 1 minuto, paciencia, muchas gracias por estar hoy día con nosotros.
Basta ya de represión. Basta ya de represión. Basta ya de represión. Yo digo, basta ya de represión. Basta ya de represión. Contestan, queremos solución. Basta ya de represión. Queremos solución. Basta ya de represión. Queremos solución. Basta ya de represión. Queremos solución.
Muchas gracias por venir.
No se pongan nerviosos, que aquí estamos todos para apoyar. Sin nervios.
So thank you for coming, everybody. Muchas gracias por venir. My name is Luis Cortés. I'm the director of los Deliveristas Unidos. So we are here today because we have a very difficult situation that big thousands of delivery workers and cyclists in the city of New York are being attacked today. And we are demanding that the mayor and the NYPD stop this criminalizing policy. Especially, they are criminalizing immigrants, delivery workers, by issuing criminal summonses instead of civil violations. This policy unfairly targets vulnerable communities, causes financial hardship, and risks deportation without improving public safety. Why this is urgent? In just 2 weeks, over 1,000 criminal summonses have been issued exclusively to cyclists, mostly immigrants and low-income deliveristas, putting them at risk of deportation and job loss. The NYPD is misleading workers about online resolution, forcing costly course appearances and lost wages. Many summonses are baseless, revealing a harmful pattern of racial targeting that demands immediate action. Is that right? Yes. So we are here to demanding the Mayor Adams and also the Commissioner of NYPD to stop this practice. We have multiple allies today that are going to speak, and also delivery workers. And we're going to start with a delivery worker from Brooklyn. His name is Santos Mateo, and he's going to read his testimony. Welcome.
Mi nombre es Santos.
Can you louder, please? Louder. Louder. Louder.
Mi nombre es Santos. Mi apellido es Mateo. Estoy aquí, bueno, pues estamos teniendo mucho problema lo que es con los tickets. Nos están dando un ticket criminal, ¿cierto? Somos deliveristas de Brooklyn. Somos miembros del Deliveristas Unidos del proyecto de justicia laboral. hoy alzamos la voz porque ya no podemos seguir callados mientras que hacía mi trabajo. La policía me dio 14 tickets sin ninguna razón. Y eso no es justo. ¿No es justo?
¡Justicia!
Queremos
¡Justicia!
¿cierto? Y me trataron como de golpe porque me explicaron que trate de resolver mi problema, pero el sistema me falló porque un día me llegaron a parar, yo pagué los tickets y apareció cuando después fui a la corte no me resolvieron nada. Lo que me dijeron es pagar y yo pagué casi $2,000. Después ya tenía pagado todo y de repente me llegaron a parar la policía de nuevo. Me arrestaron.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Everybody has a mic?
Thank you for the patience.
Thank you.
Estamos en vivo en directo. Voy a comenzar de nuevo. Ok, mi nombre es Santos. Soy deliverista de Brooklyn. Somos miembros del Deliveristas Unidos en el proyecto de justicia laboral. Hoy lanzamos la voz porque no podemos seguir callados, ¿cierto?
No.
¿Cierto? ¿No vas a seguir callado?
¡No!
Correcto. Mira, mientras que yo hacía mi trabajo, pues repartimos órdenes a los neoyorquinos porque a toda la gente no sabemos qué personas, ¿cierto? Hacía mi trabajo, estaba trabajando cuando la policía me paró, me dio 14 tickets sin ninguna razón. Eso no es justo cuando yo sé que estamos trabajando honradamente, ¿cierto?
Cierto.
De golpe me explicaron que no trate de resolver, pero en el sistema, cuando yo fui a la corte, me presenté a la corte, pagué casi $2,000 por 14 tickets. Y eso no es justo. Porque no es justo porque nosotros trabajamos con la familia, ¿cierto? No es para los tickets. Estamos respetando la regla y no sé por qué nos pasa siempre. Y perdí muchos días de trabajo cuando yo pagué esos tickets, estaba trabajando, estaba en hora de trabajo, me llegaron a parar de nuevo. No me explicaron absolutamente nada y así de la nada me arrestaron. Estuve 28 horas preso, me trataron como criminal y sabemos que no somos criminal, ¿cierto?
¡No! ¡Eso no es justo!
No somos criminal, todos tenemos derechos, ¿cierto? No tenía la prueba para mostrar la prueba que yo ya tengo pagado los tickets. Perdí muchos días de trabajo. No soy criminal, nomás somos trabajadores aquí en Nueva York, ¿cierto? Salgo cada día para llevar comida a miles de neoyorquinos. Lo hago con mucho esfuerzo, con mucho orgullo para mi familia poder vivir, pero en vez de apoyo que recibimos es persecución de miedo de castigo. No es justo. Basta. La polémica no es sobre seguridad, es que una trampa para que nos castigan. Porque no es justo que nos den muchas multas. Nos traten como criminal y nosotros no somos criminal. Trabajamos honradamente para lograr el pan cada día, ¿cierto? Injusto es auxilio determina que estoy aquí con mis compañeros para decir con mucho esfuerzo renovó que esta polémica ya queremos protección. No castiga, queremos respeto, no somos criminales.
No somos criminales.
No somos criminales, no somos criminales.
No somos criminales.
Trabajamos honradamente, pues hay que luchar, ya no queremos más ticket, ya no más eso, se acabó todo, porque no es justo. Salimos a trabajar, no vamos a robar. A veces a los criminales, a ellos no le dicen nada, y a nosotros que trabajamos honradamente nos tratan como criminales. No es justo. Ánimo y tenemos que luchar, no más ticket, ya no es justo. Trabajamos para la familia y no más ticket. No más ticket.
No más ticket.
No más ticket.
No más ticket. No más ticket. No más ticket. No más ticket. No más ticket. No más ticket. No más ticket.
So, hello everyone. I'm gonna say in English real quick. My name is Santos Mateo. I'm a delivery worker in Brooklyn. I'm a member of Los Deliveristas Unidos and the Work and Justice Project. Today, I raised my voice because we can't stay silent any longer. While I was doing my job, the police gave me 14 tickets all at once. They didn't explain anything. I tried to fix it, but the system failed me. I lost work days and ended up getting arrested. I spent 28 hours in jail. Why? Because the system didn't show that I had already paid the tickets. They treated me like a criminal just for doing my job. I'm not a criminal. I'm a worker. I go out every day to bring food to thousands of New Yorkers. I do it with effort, with pride, so that my family can live. But instead of support, what we get is persecution, fear, and punishment. Enough is enough. This policy isn't about safety. It's a trap to punish immigrant workers. It's unjust, it's abusive, and it must end. I stand here with my fellow workers to say loudly, repeal this policy now. We want protection, no punishment. We want respect, no criminalization. Thank you.
We ride, we fight.
We ride, we fight.
We deserve our rights.
We ride, we fight. We deserve our rights.
Basta ya de represión.
Basta ya de represión.
Queremos solución.
Queremos solución.
So today we have multiple city council members that are supporting our fight today. We have city council member Sandy Nurse from Brooklyn today with us. Thank you. Buenas tardes.
How we doing, y'all? Sorry, my Spanish is not good enough to do a speech. So first of all, I'm very proud to stand here with all of you to say that we find criminal tickets, criminal summonses to be unjust. This is a move that is unnecessary, it is an overreach, and it's not actually going to get at the root cause of the issue. These are our workers who, if everybody remembers, were essential, right? When we couldn't leave and people needed food, who was there? These workers. These workers are not criminals, and we should not be putting criminal punishments on them. If you are interested in criminals, you can look at people who are stealing their wages. And who are not following through and being compliant with the laws and labor laws on the books. That's where you can find criminals at a mass scale. These are people who are trying to get by on not very great wages, who are doing something that every single New Yorker is demanding, which is to get food very conveniently, very quickly to their house or to their business, wherever it's being ordered to. And these are the folks that are trying to get there as fast as possible. What we really need is city infrastructure that facilitates that. We need a full recognition of the bike economy, of the
commercial bike economy, we need the road facilities for it, and we need the laws that back it up. This is the wrong move, and just to note, this is not a move from the council. This is the city hall side. This is Commissioner Jessie Tisch. This is her rule.
Shame on you, Tish!
And had they collaborated, perhaps we could have gotten somewhere different. So we're here to stand with these workers. I know what it's like to rush to get food. I used to do this job before there were e-bikes, and it's a rush. You have to serve 3-4 restaurants at the same time. You need to get there or else you don't get the tip. And you still get poor wages. So these are folks who are just trying to get by. We need to be supporting them. We need to recognize this economy and this sector for what it is, which is growing. Over 60,000 workers strong, and we need to support them, not criminalize, not punish them. So thank you so much.
We rise, we fight, we deserve our rights.
We rise, we fight, we deserve our rights.
So today we have a delivery worker from Brooklyn also. His name is Yassi Salaha. He's from Bangladesh.
I saw them abroad. Life, personal life is quite other physical life. Right. Then you prefer to go. What if you explain everything? But we are working for people, social, we are working for people. This ticket is not good for our people working delivery. It's difficult to pay the ticket. How much money we are paying is not little bit money. It's difficult for me. We only want small ticket. Okay?
Thank you. Basta ya de represión, queremos solución.
Basta ya de represión, queremos solución.
So another council member from Brooklyn is here with us, Shahana Hanif.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Councilmember Shahana Hanif, and I have the great honor of representing Kensington, where we have one of the largest Bangladeshi working class communities. In this community, there are tons of delivery workers. Delivery workers who are here with the hope to be independent, to be able to serve their families here and back home. And this unjust policy, what it does is says that the city doesn't care about delivery workers. The city doesn't want delivery workers to be able to be independent and capable of starting their lives in New York City. We know that our streets need to be much safer, but this is not the way we get that done, right? This is not the way we get that done. We know that delivery workers need space to rest and to just be. A criminal summons is not the way. Mayor Adams had promised delivery hubs that would be dedicated to deliveristas that haven't amounted to even one. We don't even have one. And so I'm going to be working my hardest with Deliveristas Unidos, Workers Justice Project, Drum, Street Vendor Project. This coalition is incredibly important because by moving what was a civil summons to a criminal summons, what it does is it sets a terrible precedent on one of the work sectors that are predominantly immigrant at a time when Trump and our mayor are coddling and making divisive choices to detain and deport New Yorkers. So in this fight, we have to understand that it's not just about the individual worker receiving a criminal summons. This has a lot more to do with what kind of city we want to build. And we want to build a city where workers are treated with dignity. And the blame, when there is blame, we have to put the blame on the multi-billion-dollar corporations.
That's right.
Thank you all.
We ride, we fight, we deserve our rights.
We rise, we fight, we deserve our rights.
With us today is one of our allies for a long time, Mayor of New York, Jose Hernandez. Buenas tardes. Mi nombre es José Hernández. Estamos en representación de Amador Rivas.
Can you come down a little bit? Baje un poquito más. Usted, can you come forward al micrófono? Ahí va.
Estamos en representación de Amador Rivas. Y representamos a la organización que se hace camino en Nueva York, Main Road. Estoy aquí en apoyo a los repartidores de comida, bicicletas, que son hostigados por la policía de la ciudad y penalizados con multas y citaciones a cortes penales, donde corren el riesgo de ser deportados. Porque todos sabemos la persecución que está haciendo el gobierno en contra de nuestra comunidad inmigrante para cumplir el plan de deportación masiva propuesta por el dictador fascista Donald Trump. Yo fui por un tiempo repartidor de comida, de bicicleta, de un restaurante, y conozco de primera mano el esfuerzo y el sacrificio que hay que hacer para llevar comida a muchos hogares. Bajo cualquier situación climática, lluvia, nieve, altas y bajas temperaturas, con apenas un salario básico que no nos alcanza para satisfacer nuestras necesidades y la de nuestra familia. Hoy estamos retirados, pero estoy aquí hoy en solidaridad y apoyo a nuestros hermanos y repartidores de comida con sus bicicletas. Son hostigados y multados por la policía y para no sean citados a cortes penales donde corren el riesgo de perder su fuente de ingresos y la amenaza indiscutible de ser deportados. Basta ya de tanto abuso a nuestra comunidad inmigrante. No más multas y citaciones a cortes penales. Obreros unidos, jamás seremos vencidos. Obreros unidos, jamás seremos vencidos.
Obreros unidos jamás serán vencidos. Obreros unidos jamás serán vencidos.
Muy buenas tardes. Muchas gracias, José.
We rise,
This is Jose Hernandez. And we were speaking for Amado Rivas, who is a retired delivery worker and a longtime member of Make the Road New York. And I am here in support of the food delivery workers on bikes who were harassed by the city police and penalized with fines and summonses to criminal court, where they risk being deported. Because we all know about the persecution being carried out by the government against our immigrant community to enforce the mass deportation agenda by Donald Trump. I was for a time a food delivery worker on a bike for a restaurant, and I know firsthand the effort and sacrifice it takes to deliver food to many homes in all kinds of weather. Rain, snow, extreme heat, and cold. Earning barely a basic wage that wasn't enough to meet our demands or those of our families. Today I'm retired, but I'm here in solidarity and support for our brothers and sisters, the food delivery workers who are being harassed and fined by the police, so that we're not summoned to criminal court where they risk losing their source of income and face a threat of deportation. Enough abuse of our immigrant community. No more fines or criminal court sentences. Workers United will never be defeated. Communities United will never be defeated.
The workers united will never be defeated. The workers united will never be defeated. The workers united will never be defeated.
With us today we have also our council member Tiffany Caban. Welcome.
Ready to fight? Yeah. Hello, my name is Councilmember Tiffany Caban. I represent the 22nd District in Western Queens. And I'm not here to mince words. I want to be really clear about the impact of this executively driven policy. The result is racist and anti-immigrant. Full stop. It does not make us safer. It is not solution-oriented, but what it does do is create a lot of fear, danger, and destabilization to communities who are already under attack. And that is a decision that is being made by this NYPD commissioner and this mayor. We know that up to this point, over 1,000 criminal summonses have been issued to cyclists. We also know that it sets up this harmful double standard. And to me, it's reminiscent of the example that we give about creating two classes of laws and enforcement systems. When we talk about how if you don't pay the parking meter, you're not getting a criminal summons. But if you don't pay the subway fare, you're getting arrested and getting a criminal summons. And so understand that that is the distinct targeting of low-wage workers, of black and brown people, of immigrants, and it's wrong. And as a former public defender, the impact is not just the trauma and the loss of wages of that day. You could be going back to court for months and months over and over again. That means lost wages, that means housing precarity, that means issues if you need to buy child, all of these different things. And it detracts from doing the real work. Criminalization is lazy. It's lazy and it's a slap in the face to those who really honor and are striving for true safety. Because it doesn't get at any of the solutions that we need, and that's the thing that continues to be echoed here. This is about safety, it's about dignity, and it's about protecting our workforce that keeps the city running. So, un poco en español. Estamos aquí para apoyar a los ciclistas, para apoyar a los trabajadores de reparto, para apoyar a nuestras comunidades inmigrantes, para crear un Nueva York más seguro de una manera que nos eleve a todos. La criminalización no es la respuesta. Estamos aquí para luchar. Gracias.
Thank you, City Council member. Now we are going to invite our one of our allies here, Transportation Alternative. Anna is with us.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Anna Berlanga, and I'm the Bronx and Uptown organizer for Transportation Alternative. I'm proud to stand in solidarity with everyone on these steps to call for common sense policy from our mayor and police commissioner. I'm a lifelong cyclist and a current resident of the Bronx, where cars choke my neighborhood, asthma rates are ridiculous, double parked cars clog our lanes, and speed and drive recklessly in our city. But they're not getting criminal summonses. Criminalizing biking makes no one safer. Over-policing of cyclists does not make our streets safer. We know that our streets are safer when we have clear, consistent, and safe infrastructure. And our app companies are not allowed to induce dangerous working conditions for our workers. We're enacting criminal summonses before we regulate app delivery companies causing harm on our streets. Do we know why we're doing that? I know why. It's because they think it's easier to pick on the working class, on working class New Yorkers, than it is to regulate a billion-dollar industry. But they don't know the power that we have. For decades, people on bikes in New York City have received a traffic ticket when stopped by a police officer, just like cars. Today, a person on a bike who treats a stop sign as a yield sign can receive a criminal summons, a dangerous escalation that can quickly lead to a prison sentence or even deportation. Mayor Adams and Commissioner Tisch have created a special class of law for people on bikes, where the punishment in no way equals the crime. In a city where a majority of residents are people of color and a third were born outside of the country, in a time of mass deportation, just days after ICE abducted a student in our public schools in the Bronx, the mayor and police commissioner are working with President Trump's agenda of extra-legal harassment, detention, and deportation. True public safety does not and never will mean harassing, locking up, and deporting New Yorkers. We have to stand. Yes. Yeah. We have to stand back and fight. Stand up and fight back, not just for ourselves, but for so many of us that cannot be here today. To everyone who rides a bike in New York City, we will fight both to end this policy and to ensure our cities and streets are safe. Y lo voy a tratar, no voy a decir todo eso en español porque no puedo, pero nuestra organización la Alternativas de Transportación, Transportation Alternatives, está aquí en solidaridad con la comunidad de ciclistas aquí y la comunidad de inmigrantes aquí. Entonces estamos juntos lidiando por justicia.
¡Basta ya de represión! ¡Queremos solución! ¡Basta ya de represión! ¡Queremos solución!
Y porque somos unidos, queremos decir las palabras un poco en francés también.
Right now we have another great council member of New York, Alexa Velez.
Es criminalizar las gentes trabajadoras, es criminalizar la gente pobre, es criminalizar los inmigrantes, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Pero no vamos a dejarlos, ¿verdad?
No.
We understand what is. My name is Alexa Vilesa. I'm the council member for District 38 in South Brooklyn. And we understand what is happening here today. This is nothing new. This is an administration that has chosen once again to criminalize poverty, to criminalize working class people, to criminalize immigrants, to criminalize
doing their very job. But we know at the heart of this is a mayor who is ultimately compromised. A mayor who has decided that he would save himself and throw immigrant working New Yorkers under the bus. But we are here to say this is your choice. You do not have to make this choice. You do not have to do this. So we plead, not only with him, but everybody else, that this is wrong, it is inequitable, and it should not be the case that delivery workers or anybody on a bicycle is treated so unfairly and so criminally. This is not okay. And so we stand with everyone here today in solidarity to say this is wrong. This does not solve the issue. This will not lead to public safety. And we implore you, stop using people as band-aids in fair game. If you would like to solve a serious issue, then let's do serious work. Criminalizing low-wage workers does not lead to solutions. It will not make anyone safer. So we know this. I want you all to call them out. When they give you false solutions, say falso. You are not doing the right thing by our communities, and we did not elect people to throw us under the bus. So thank you. Adelante. Seguimos. Gracias.
Council member, right now we have one of our allies, the Alliance for the Greater New York, Theodore Moore.
Good afternoon. It's a shame that we have to be here today to point out yet another way that our mayor is enforcing the anti-immigrant policies of President Trump. But here we are yet again. And these are purely choices that the mayor is making, because when we ask everyday folks, we can just walk out on the street, do we think this keeps us safe? No one will say they think that this keeps us safe. No one will say that. This is actually just another form of wage theft. This is the city stealing wages from workers. This is police harassment. This is racial and economic targeting. This is a total abuse of power and a misuse of our tax-paying dollars and our city resources. This does not keep us safe at all. And we know in this political climate that criminalization actually leads to deportation. And we don't need more separation of families. We don't need that. We want all of our families to stay together. What we do want is an investment in our biking infrastructure, because that actually keeps us safe. That actually keeps us safe. So what we need to do is we need to reach out to the mayor and say this needs to stop right now. We need to divert these funding from the NYPD and actually give it to the DOT so we can get the infrastructure that we need right now. This needs to stop right now, and I want to thank Los Deliveristas Unidos, and I want to thank Worker Justice Project for leading this, and we'll stand with you always. Thank you.
Basta ya de represión, queremos solución. Basta ya de represión, queremos solución.
And another great city council member is here with us supporting Lincoln Wrestler. You know the most dangerous job in the city of New York? The job where the most people die every year? It's no longer a construction worker. It's now a delivery worker. It's the Deliveristas that put themselves at the most risk every single day. In the rain like we're feeling right now, in the snow, in the extreme heat, Deliveristas are out there every single day, delivering your food. And instead of prioritizing how do we make their lives safer, how do we protect their workplaces, we are criminalizing them for doing their jobs. You are 100 times more likely to die from being smashed by a car in New York City than being hit by a bicycle. Yet we have more aggressive enforcement against bicycle riders than car drivers? How does that make sense? That is backward. We know that Eric Adams is compromised. We know that he is focused on making the lives of immigrant New Yorkers harder. We know that he is in the pocket of Donald Trump. And now we can see these horrible policies manifesting themselves on the streets of our city. We are seeing a broader trend of the NYPD shifting away from civil enforcement toward criminal enforcement. Things like drinking on a stoop, being outside, things that deserve police response with civil enforcement are now being treated with criminal summons. We are sweeping up immigrant New Yorkers, low-income New Yorkers in our criminal justice system with dangerous consequences. We all know that the Trump deportation machine is swallowing up every single person they can. How, in good conscience, could the city of New York, could the NYPD be criminalizing the work of cyclists each and every day? Yes, we need better regulations to ensure that e-bikes are operating safely in our city. That is an important step that we all need to work on together. But the criminalization of this work is the wrong approach. So tomorrow we have our budget hearing with the NYPD. This is top of the agenda for me and many of my colleagues. We need real answers from the police department about why they are implementing these backward and dangerous policies. And we need to hold them, Mayor Adams, accountable. We need to push back and fight and get loud and organize just like we're doing today. Because what is happening on the streets of New York is wrong and it is dangerous. We will not accept it. When we fight, we win. When we fight, we win. Let's fight. Today we have another huge ally, awesome organization in the state of New York Immigration Coalition. Brother is here with us.
Let's go, Robert.
When delivery workers are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
When immigrant communities are under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
What do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
That's right. That's right. We are here to fight. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Robert Adjaman, and I am the Vice President of Advocacy for the New York Immigration Coalition. And we are glad to stand side by side with everyone here, all of the advocates, all of those who work on behalf of immigrant communities to make sure that we see justice, that we see the right kind of policies, and that we see administrative fairness. What we are seeing in this policy is a reflection of what we've been seeing for months. I lose track because it just seems like it's continuous. 2 weeks this policy has been going on, there's been over 1,000 summonses. In 2024, according to the article written in document, there was only 500 summonses throughout the whole year. In 2 weeks, we've seen an increase of over 4,000%. At the same time, we're seeing an increase on how the country wants to cause two separate factions. One that's for and one that's against immigrants and those who they think belong in this country. It's not a coincidence that these measures are happening as our loving mayor is allowing ICE to creep more and more into the city. It's not a coincidence that these things are happening. These are a part of the same collusionary tactics. And so we stand here to say absolutely not. We say hell no. We say get off of our community members, get away from our delivery workers, hands off of our immigrants, and stand strong with those who look like the real New York City, not the kind of city that they're trying to create. This is not about public safety. This is administrative privilege that is being created. We will not stand for it. We will continue to fight and be in the struggle with everyone that looks and reflects the values and the morals of the real New York City. Thank you.
We rise, we fight, we deserve our rights. We rise, we fight, we deserve our rights.
We have another ally today, the New York City Bike Messenger Association. With us is Ando. Welcome.
My name is Alejandro Ando, and I'm part of the NYC Bike Messenger Association. For the past 3 years, we've been working to represent the bike messenger community of New York City. One thing organizing the NYC BMA has taught me is that we are the only ones who truly look out for each other. We've lost countless of lives in our community to reckless drivers, and it never gets easier. I can't count how many memorial rides we've held, how many funeral fundraisers we've organized, and how many times no one was held accountable for taking a life. These are drivers on the road right now who have killed someone's son, daughter, my brothers, and my sisters. I'm here on behalf of all of them and ask you, where was their justice? When the pandemic hit and changed everyone's lives, we were still out there making deliveries and keeping the city moving. We were called heroes for our essential work, and yet here we are now treated like criminals. We demand that the police commissioner and the mayor of our city immediately reverse these harmful policies. Sending these tickets to criminal court can have devastating consequences for people just trying to pay rent and support their families. One ticket can lead to a probation violation, lost wages for a day in court, and in some cases a knock on the door from ICE agents. We will not stand quietly and let this continue. We demand justice. An attack on one of us is an attack on all of us. We stand with the Deliveristas to deliver this message to every politician in this city, that this policy must change. Thank you.
We have another ally today. He's going to speak, Eric from Street Bike. Eric, here with you.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Eric McClure. I'm the Executive Director of Streets PAC, and I want to thank everyone who's here today, our colleagues in government who continue to fight for their ideals, our allies in advocacy, especially the Workers' Justice Project and Los Deliveristas Unidos, and especially all the delivery workers who are here standing with us today, who are not getting paid when they take time out to protest against the things that the administration is knowingly doing that puts them at risk. What's criminal is not the riding behaviors that they're issuing tickets for. What's criminal is putting people into criminal justice system in the face of an ICE deportation machine that is all too anxious to put people in jail or send them into jails overseas for offenses that mean nothing here. So it's criminal to issue criminal citations to people for performing something on a bicycle or another micromobility device that the driver of a 3-ton SUV get a traffic ticket for. That is what's criminal. So we are here today to stand in solidarity with the workers and our other allies to say enough, it's wrong. The mayor can stop this right now with a single phone call to One Police Plaza, and he needs to do that now. Thank you.
We rise, we fight, we deserve our rights.
We rise, we fight, we deserve our rights.
Yes, today is a 3-state transportation campaign. Laura is with us. Laura?
Yes. Hi, everyone. Hi. My name is Laura Waxman, and I'm representing Tri-State Transportation Campaign. We're an advocacy organization standing in solidarity with Los Deliveristas and Workers' Justice Project today. And we put people first on our streets and fight for sustainable, equitable mobility for everyone in our region. And so recently, when the NYPD started issuing thousands of criminal court summonses to electric and non-electric bike riders for minor violations that drivers of cars and larger vehicles typically only receive traffic tickets for, a criminal summons requires appearing in court in person. It can lead to a record or even jail time if that court date is missed. Many e-bike delivery workers are immigrants who face serious risks with this policy. If New York is truly a sanctuary city, how can it add to the enormous challenges workers already face today? Low pay, long hours, unsafe conditions, pressure to deliver quickly, and now the potential immigration consequences of this practice. This only compounds the struggles of navigating life here. Criminalizing delivery workers for trying to do their jobs efficiently, often on poorly designed streets that fail to protect them, only adds to the burden. E-bikers aren't trying to break laws. They're trying to get from point A to point B as safely and quickly as possible. This enforcement practice makes the city more punitive and less livable for core members of our communities. If pedestrian safety is the goal, then we need to target what genuinely endangers people, large, deadly vehicles that cause most of the harm on our roads, and yet face far less enforcement. Not minor violations that do little to improve traffic safety and fail to address the root problems of residents' concerns. Rather than helping that issue, this policy makes the city harsher and less livable for those who keep it moving. The focus needs to be shifted. The reason people sometimes ride on sidewalks and bend the rules a bit is that our city streets aren't safe or intuitive for bikes to ride on. If we focus on creating safer streets that prioritize pedestrians, then a more effective solution is incorporating more protected bike lanes, clearer routes, and dedicated signals. Following the model of other major cities, then cyclists wouldn't feel the need to take risky detours. Better design leads to better behavior. Instead of criminalizing our New York workforce, let's fix the streets so they can do their jobs without the fear of arrest and risk of criminal justice involvement. The scale of harm simply doesn't match the scale of enforcement. We urge the NYPD and Mayor Adams to end this lopsided approach to street safety, end this misguided practice that doesn't make anyone feel safer, and invest in safer, more just approaches to safety. Justicia para las ciclistas.
¡Basta ya de represión! ¡Queremos solución! ¡Basta ya de represión! ¡Queremos solución!
We have a representative from Open Plan, Jackson, with us.
Everyone, how you doing? Hello everyone, my name is Jackson Chabot. I'm the Director of Advocacy and Organizing at Open Plans. We're a nonprofit in New York City advocating for safe and livable streets. We're here today in solidarity with all of you as workers, as all of you as people who use our streets and our sidewalks. We've heard a lot today. This is racist, this is predatory, and both of those things are very true. This is a dragnet for the NYPD to pick up whoever they want on our streets, and that is unacceptable for many of the reasons that previous speakers labeled today. What I'll also highlight is this is lazy and bad public policy. Allegedly, the commissioner's mom calls and she's annoyed by e-bikers on the Upper East Side. These are the same folks that are the most likely to get deliveries in New York City, complaining about people biking in their neighborhood, as if we all don't use our streets, as if we all don't use our sidewalks. These folks want the food, but they don't want the people on the streets delivering the food. This is lazy and bad public policy. We need to call it what it is, and we need to scream from the rooftops. Let's hear it, everyone!
That's for now, and we're going to close with our Executive Director, Ligia Hualpa from Worker Justice Project.
So I'm going to keep it short. This is the beginning of a fight and a response to a war that not only NYPD, but the New York City mayor has decided to take on immigrant workers, on cyclists, on delivery workers, who once he claimed to be essential and actually wanted it to be a partner to deliver rights that Deliveristas deserve. So we're here to say that we're going to fight, we're going to demand what Deliveristas and cyclists deserve, which is the ability to ride with safety, deserve infrastructure, protections, right in respect. Yeah. And I want to say thank you so much to the partners who are here today from a Street Vendors Project, who has been an amazing partner, who have been in the fight also against NYPD, who have been also targeting street vendors with criminal summons, Make the Road, a long-time ally who has been fighting for immigrant rights. New York Immigration Coalition, who we're proud to have them stand with us today. Align, Street Bags, Transportation Alternatives, the Messengers community as well. And the list is going to go on and on and on. We're going to stand up and fight back. Because when our communities are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. When our communities are under attack, what do we do? Stand up, fight back. La lucha apenas empieza.
We ride, we fight, we deserve our rights. We ride, we fight, we deserve our rights. Thank you everyone for coming. This is just the starting point. We're gonna get in touch. We're growing, and thank you to all delivery workers who take time today to be here with us. And we know we got a lot of messages from all the delivery workers who couldn't be here, but they're gonna be here next time. So thank you for coming.